Greetings, viewers. Welcome to the 19th episode of the True Patriot Podcast. You are all aware that Blessed Geza is called for protests on the 17th of October. He is calling for citizens to come and fight for freeing the state from capture, to fight against corruption. He has raised three key demands. No to 2030 is the third demand, where he's saying let's defend our constitution. There are differing opinions on what is to be done, whether or not to take heed of Blessed Geza's call. Blessed Geza is a non-war veteran. But to help us discuss this particular issue and to gather an opinion, we have invited a guest who has been very active on this particular agenda, sharing her opinion in public spaces on what citizens should do on this particular day. Comrade Mazwingendawa, can you kindly introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hello, Zimbabwe. My name is Mazwingendawa. I don't like to call myself an activist, but rather a concerned citizen that needs to hold the government accountable.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We need more of these concerned citizens to hold our government accountable. Let's just jump into it. We understand Blessed Geza is a non-war veteran who has been in this system for decades, who has benefited from everything that ZANU-PF has been doing, from all the plunder that the nation has suffered. Now, why should ordinary citizens join a protest that has been called by a figure like Geza, who has spent time within the same system and benefiting from the same system? Why should people join his protests now?
Right. Now, I think this is the time to depersonalize the struggle. You know that Comrade Geza is ZANU-PF, right? I am a staunch and avid supporter of opposition, stroke Nelson Chamisa, right? But now we have to look past that and look for what unites the Zimbabweans as one. Now I'm talking about looking at ideas and not looking at personalities. This is the time to look at what affects us as citizens. Because the more we look at individuals, we will never set ourselves free from this brutal regime. For now, we have to look for an immediate solution to corruption that has brought us here today. Our nation is in ICU today because of rampant corruption. And if we do not take any measures to stop this, what will happen in the next few years? I'm sure you can see the blunder of our flora and fauna, our national resources, our wealth by the Chinese, the corruption that has been circulating. I'm sure you saw the document that is circulating, showing billions and billions of US dollars that are being looted on our watch. So at this point in time, we do not have to look at ZANU-PF, Triple C, Nelson Chamisa, but we have to look at the ideas. What is it that is going to work for the people? What is it that is going to make us move forward? What is it that is going to curb corruption?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. But now one would argue that, of course, these ideals can be thrown around. But how then do we, as the ordinary people, ensure that these struggles are grassroots, organized? Because at the end of the day, if it is an issue of the elites who now have grievances against each other, when those grievances are settled, the ordinary person might be excluded. How then do we bring the ordinary person to the table without just treating them as a accessory?
Well, you know, at this point in time, we do not have any official opposition. And as I said earlier on, we can't stand, we can't watch while this is happening. Imagine if we fold our hands, they continue looting, they continue to mutilate and bastardize the Constitution. How will that help us ordinary people? As I'm talking to you, I've always been highlighting that we have water shortages, electricity problems, unemployment, a substandard education, you name it. Keeping silent means that the status quo keeps on going with that. You understand? It
Yeah.
affects the ordinary citizens. We are the ones who bear the brunt of this. While they keep on looting, we keep on suffering. Surely we cannot fold our hands and say this is the ZANU-PF thing. This also works to our advantage. Remember what happened in 2017? We endorsed this second dispensation. Now that we are not happy with what is happening, we are taking measures to stop that. So I'm begging people not to fold hands, but rather to take action. Someone was asking me that after demonstration and the march, what next? I was telling them, Totangirai Papo, we will see how this goes because we cannot fold our hands, not on our watch. Because one day we are going to wake up, our children will never know what is a diamond, what is nature, what is an elephant, while our flora and fauna is being plundered like this, our resources are being plundered like this. One day, the next generation will ask us, what were you doing? So, meeting on the 17th of October means that we are taking action against corruption.
Okay. So you raise very two fundamental issues that I liked. You hinted earlier
Mm,
on that right now we do not have an opposition. You
mhm,
hinted that one person was asking you to say after the protest, what's next? And you say
yes.
Totangrai Papo. Now, these two
Mm,
issues speak to big issues. So we are looking at a political agenda for the masses. Right now, we do not
mm,
have a political agenda for the masses.
mhm,
You are looking at a vehicle for the masses to express
mhm.
themselves. We do not have that kind of vehicle. How can ordinary people take advantage of a moment like this one to start creating these two fundamental issues which you really need if you want to transform a society? We know that in 1999, people came together and produced a program which was the Working People's a agenda from the Working People's Convention. Then in 2008, there was the People's Charter. Then vehicles were there, the MDC, the Triple C, among other even civic society organizations. But how do you think we can use this moment of protest to try to rebuild these two important things, an agenda and a vehicle?
I believe that the lack of opposition doesn't mean that we have to be mum. I believe that this is high time that ordinary citizens like me have to stand up and be heard. We don't need individuals to set us free or to help us single-handedly to change things that we do not like. It is in our hands as citizens now, individually, to stand up, to meet up on the 17th and say enough is enough. For
Yeah.
example, I'm telling you, the Gen Z, we are not going to look at individuals to come and set us free. Joshua Nkomo said the youth will save Zimbabwe. We are going to save Zimbabwe. We are going to stand up regardless of us not having a leader to propel us towards what we want.
I think that's very clear. And thank you so much for that. Then one would then ask you to say, Blessed Geza has said, Munanga Goma step down. Let's say
Mm,
successfully on the 10th, on the 17th, uh,
mm,
Mnangagwa managed to step down, and then
Mhm.
automatically Chiwenga takes over because he's the vice president. Uh,
Mhm.
how does this really, boy, these people have been in power together, only that one was more. How does this then translate to the change of the lived realities of the people? Let's say we've been successful, Mnangagwa is gone, Chiwenga is in.
I believe that we have to take risks. As I said, we can't fold our hands. Let's say Chiwenga is in power and he fails to deliver what we want. Surely we are going to hold him accountable also. We are going to do what we did in 2017 and what we are going to do on the 17th of October.
Mm.
We are going to hold him accountable because now what we need as Zimbabweans, we need free and fair elections so that people choose the leader that they want. And
Okay.
another thing that ZANU-PF doesn't get is that usually people don't care about who is the leader as long as they are happy, as long as they have basic needs. Imagine if I had running water in my house, I have electricity, I have a decent job, and I'm earning a decent salary, and I'm taking care of my children. I have a health insurance, life insurance, funeral policy. I drive a decent car. Do you think I'll be against the ZANU-PF?
Okay.
No,
No,
I will
yeah.
support it. What is needed here, what they don't understand is that there is no need to push the propaganda that we are seeing are being pushed, people being given monies, cars, and all in those ZANU-PF. We don't
Mm.
need that. What they need to do is to take that money that they are using for propaganda and make sure they service delivery. Just give me water, give me electricity, give me everything that I've mentioned. Do you think I'll go and protest on the streets? I will not. So it is in Chiwenga's hand to do the right thing, the needful for the people. If he doesn't, it means we'll hold him accountable. We will do the same thing that we are doing now. Because if you are a failure, it means that we need somebody new who will deliver to the people basic needs, dignity to our people. As I'm talking to you, we don't have dignity. South Africans are on our case because we are ungrateful neighbors, bad neighbors, because we're always getting, receiving, but we don't give back. We are a problem. So we need someone who will restore our dignity as a nation, as Zimbabweans.
Yeah, thank you so much. Indeed, we need our dignity to be restored. But then some
Mm.
will support your earlier idea to say what we don't need right now are leaders. We need, and then they will argue that maybe instead of having Chwenga coming in, there are some proponents who want a transition authority that will then fix all the issues that we have been complaining about, so that we don't trust individuals. We then fix our state institutions, we fix our electoral rules to ensure that we have free and fair elections. We remove our military from the streets, put them in the barracks. We institute fundamental changes within our state architecture to ensure that our state service the many people, not the few. What's your view with regard to the demand for a national transitional authority, not a swap between one leader and another?
Do you mean something like a unity government? Is that what you're saying?
Not exactly a unity government, but a transition authority that you can maybe even non-partisan, which can be given a timeline to say for the next 2 years, you have a clear mandate to set up an independent. You know, ZEC is compromised, right? And if we are going to
Yes.
put in politicians
Mm.
in a unity government, we did it earlier on with between Changrai and the Mugabe, but they didn't
Mm-hmm.
manage to reform the state because they spent their 5 years jostling for position because they all wanted to campaign in the next election. But the transitional authority we are referring here is
Mm-hmm.
made up of citizens who do not have immediate power interests. They are not seeking political power after their tenure, maybe it's 2 years. Then, when they fixed the governance structures, they convene free and fair elections where they are not participating. Then, the outcome of that election, the leaders who are elected take the nation forward. What's your view with regard to such an
Well,
arrangement?
yes, I think it's a noble idea. because already this country needs a reset. We need to go back to default settings and start on a blank slate, because what has been happening since independence is despicable. And I believe that if there's such a setup, maybe we can get a new caliber of politicians who are in it for the people, not for the money, not for the bag, not for the state of the art cars or the benefits. Because right now we are grappling with a breed of politicians that are selfish people who are in it for the money, not for the people. For example, I'll tell you about the people in parliament. We asked the people in parliament to boycott that parliament because we had no majority vote. It was inconsequential being there or not being there. We asked them to take a step back. They refused. Some told us blatantly that they had families to take care of. Yet when they came to our homes campaigning, they told us that it was all about sacrifice. So the transition board that we are talking about, we need people who are in it for the people, not for financial gain. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
When we have such people, it means we are going to go forward. No one is
yeah.
going to be bribed with some trinkets or whatever that they'll be given to jeopardize democracy. I hope I'm clear on that one.
Yeah, you are very clear, and thank you so much. I was tempted to ask you a question, but maybe let me ask it. You want new politicians, but on the other hand, you support your current politician. Was before when you're opening, you say I support President Nelson Chamisa. Then you are asking you want
Yes.
new politician. So you want other politicians in addition to Nelson Chamisa, or you want new politicians in general?
Your question, you are sneaky. You know, I believe in giving Nelson Chamisa a chance. If we can be able to step up and deliver what we want as the citizens. Remember, we've given him two chances. We need him to step up, say that he wins elections. We need him to deliver what people need, just basic things that we need. So far, so good. He has not won the elections, and whatever he says now is inconsequential. So what he has to work on is to make sure that the next elections are free and fair, so that when he wins, we know that it's the majority vote, it's the people that voted for him. And he also has to take measures to make sure that what happened, the Chabang fiasco, doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And he has to make sure that he has to work hard to convince people. If ever he's going to form a party, he has to make sure that he has to convince people why they should vote for him, why they should give him this chance again. So I
Okay.
think I, I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt, but he has a huge task ahead of him, because where we are going, people are very angry and disgruntled. So he has to tread carefully. That's all I
Okay.
can say.
Well, thank you so much for that, and it's very helpful. You are
Mhm.
in a space of doubt, but willing to try him again. But now let's go to we spoke earlier on to the issue of the generals, the young people. Some of them were
Mhm.
not there in 2017. And we have seen across Africa, they've been the most influential group, leading protests in Kenya, leading protests in Madagascar recently.
Mhm.
As someone who was there in 2017, what would you tell them as the key lessons that you learned from your participation in 2017, so that when they participate now, if they listen to you and they want to participate, what lessons from 2017 would you give them for the current struggle?
Actually, the young ones, the youth, what I can advise them now is to step up, to, well, let me say, the youth of today, we are grappling many problems, right? I'm sure they can see we are facing unemployment. I think 90% unemployment. Most of the youth, they are at home, they just stay at home, they don't go to work, they don't know what a payslip is. They are not even aware that there is a labor. There should be a labor code, labor law to protect the employee and the employer. They are not even aware of that. They've never had a salary slip. They don't know even how to use an ATM to withdraw money. This is because of a government that does not take care of the needs of its people. I am sure that they can see that there is a problem with the current government that we have. So, as the youth, we have to identify the problem and identify ways how we can address this, because we need a solution. They might not understand what happened in 2017, but what is happening right now on the ground, they can see. As I'm talking to you, I'm a resident of Pumla East. We are grappling a problem of drug abuse and prostitution because of unemployment and because of a government that is not cognizant of the fact that they are failing to deliver basic needs for the people. So what I can urge the Gen Z to do is to take matters into their own way, into their own hands, and show up on the 17th of October so that we show the government that we are tired of this corruption that has led to rampant unemployment, that has led us, the youth, to be drunkards, that has led us, the youth, to abuse drugs because we are a depressed generation. So I advise them to show up, step up, stand up, and be told and be seen, because your voice matters, because this is about your future. This is about the future of our children.
Great. I think the young people are listening. Now we are looking at the one big issue in Zimbabwe is the issue that we have failed to unite on anything. Even if someone is, uh, 3 children were killed recently in Kwazana.
Mm-hmm,
When,
mm-hmm.
when the whole
So,
nation is still trying to mourn those 3 children, we see ourselves quickly getting divided. For example, we see the police already starting to accuse mourners of why they want to march, but these are people who just want to express their anger because someone has died. You see, you go to a village where the people are all suffering under Chinese plunder. They've all been displaced. But if you want to go and address them and say, we are facing one issue, you'll find someone saying, I'm ZANU-PF, I'm the opposition. We don't seem to have a national agenda that can unite all of us. Now, looking at this nature of these protests, already ordinarily you would think that Zimbabwe can unite, because if you are saying we want to fight against state capture, it is in the
mm-hmm.
benefit of everyone. Now, what do you think is preventing unity? Maybe just let's focus on opposition only, not the one nation. What are some of the challenges that we face when we try to unite? What is militating against the unity of our people?
Like I said earlier on, Zimbabwe, we are a broken nation. ZANU-PF has reduced us to nothing. It's more like Stockholm syndrome. We're talking about change right now, that we should go and march. There are some negative comments. Some are saying we are not coming there. What is in it for us? Yeah, you won't show up, Maswalindaba. Yeah, why should I show up? We are a broken people. We are a broken people, and we need healing. We have been abused beyond redemption, and people do not trust each other. You understand? And another thing that affects us is lawlessness. People are doing anyhow, whatever that they like, without consequences. So, as a nation, I believe that we have to, at one point, to come together and say we don't want this, because at this point in time, the South Africans are calling us cowards. We are cowards, because if there's an opportunity or a space for us to remedy this, we are busy fighting amongst ourselves instead of uniting into one force and demand accountability from this government. We are a broken nation, my brother. People have become so desensitized, so evil. And another thing that we have to understand is that there are some people who are benefiting from the status quo who do not want change. People will always try to destroy a good thing. You understand? So I'm urging Zimbabweans to put aside our differences. I'm urging Zimbabweans to come together so that we fix this thing, we fix this dilemma that we're looking at.
Okay.
Patriotism, moving our country, doing what's right for us.
Thank you so much, my sister. Now let's. I'm sorry, I will just go off script a bit and just ask: are you in touch with Comrade Geza? Do you talk to Geza?
No, I don't talk to Comrade Bombshell Geza. I don't need to talk to him, but I resonate with his ideas. I saw someone commenting that how much did Geza give you? Honestly, we can't be talking of being bribed. I'm patriotic. All I want is a functional Zimbabwe, a functional Zimbabwe for me, not only for me, but my neighbors, my children, everyone in Zimbabwe. I am not
Okay.
in touch with Comrade Geza, and I don't need to be, but I resonate with his ideas. I believe that his ideas are bold, and it is what we need.
Okay. Great. Then why I was asking you, I think you've already answered it. That maybe you are just one of the few organizers who are paid to do this job, but you have already explained it. But now let's quickly
No,
go to the issue. Okay.
wait. Let me tell you, I'm always in the ground, and I'm in solidarity with the masses that are suffering. And selling out to me is never an option. We can't all be seen accepting. You, I'm sure you've seen someone. I can't. Hey, I can't name them. Giving people cars, houses, and money so that they are mom, so that they don't comment on anything. That's immoral, and that's evil.
Yeah.
So for me, I believe that accepting tickets will will never make Zimbabwe progress. And as such, I pledge my allegiance to the suffering people of Zimbabwe, that I'm with them in the trenches till to the end.
Okay, I think that's solid, and now with this question now to say on the 17th of October, if someone was going to
Mm,
ask you what success
mhm.
looks like, if you are going to be happy yourself to say we've done it, what do you think success looks like for you? A good day on 17
So
October at the end of it.
success means that the mentioned people who are corrupt, who are the masterminds of corruption, they should be arrested. They should be thrown into jail. I will not name them. You already know them. People who are listening, they know them. We all know those people who are siphoning state funds, people who are personalizing the national resources as their own. That will be success to me, dealing with corruption, cutting corruption. Another thing is success is making sure that there is no mutilation or bastardization of the constitution. We don't want that. Another thing, the thing of suspending elections till 2035 is unconstitutional. We don't want. So if the constitution is upheld and followed, to me, that is success.
Okay. As a
Yes.
patriot, as a patriot yourself, after 17
Mhm.
October, you have not seen success. Do you see yourself and other ordinary people sustaining this protest outside Geza, or you are going to wait for Geza to make another call again? Let's say we don't get success. Are we going to see ordinary people like yourself and others organizing themselves to sustain this pressure since it is for themselves, or they are going to wait for another protest from Geza?
Okay. What I will tell you is that a revolution is not a one day thing. A revolution is something that takes place over a period of time. What is already happening here? It's a revolution. It's in motion. So if the 17th of October fails, it doesn't mean that it has ended there. It is going to continue. And someone told me that this thing, not me being negative, sometimes it doesn't need announcement that you are going to the street. It's something that is spontaneous. You wake up and say, no, this is enough. Peacefully, because we don't want any violence. No, no, no. We don't want any violence. Peacefully, we stand up and we say, we don't want this. We are changing this. We are doing this. So the struggle continues. The revolution continues.
Talking about violence, our
Mm,
state is known to be violent. Uh,
yes.
what would be your message to protesters who are going to participate on the 17th of October with regards to state violence?
I've already made a video where I was begging, pleading with the uniformed forces of Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe Republic Police, and Zimbabwe National Army. I told them that we are in this mess together. I told them that the salaries that they get is utter disrespect, and as such, we need to restore their dignity because the uniformed forces are the ones who unleash terror and violence on unarmed civilians. So, if they are listening or viewing this, I'm asking them to do the needful because it is our constitutional right to demonstrate. They should let us exercise our right peacefully because Zimbabwean people, we are a peaceful nation. We do not want violence in any way or in any form. So the ball is in their hands because remember, the ordinary uniformed forces members are the ones who are suffering with us. It's only the few that are benefiting from the status quo. And as such, they should do the needful on the 17th of October. They must take a step back, allow us to peacefully demonstrate against the corruption that has crippled this nation. So this is my message to you, the police, the army. Please do the needful. We are in this mess together. What we are doing works to your advantage because it means uh, restoration of your dignity, better salaries for you, better life for your children, and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We hope the security forces hear that particular message. And then we have people who were arrested in the previous match. Um, they were arrested, spent time in prison. To, as far as you know, do we have any
Yeah.
solidarity mechanisms to try to take care of each other if anything happens? We understand that in every struggle,
Mhm.
the oppressed masses have to be taking care of each other. Are you aware of any solidarity measures that are in place?
What I will tell you is that us as the citizens, we are between a hard place and a rock. The justice system is in favor of the current regime. As long as you show any signs of disobedience or demonstrating whatever, the law doesn't favor us at all. So it's all about sacrifice. Even our forefathers, when they went to war, not that I'm saying we're going to war, uh, they sacrificed their lives. They left their homes, they left their families to fight for a better life. So I believe that even if I'm to be jailed, it is well because this is for my motherland. But by God's grace, I pray and I hope that there won't be any arrests because this is a peaceful demonstration. We are not going to be violent. It is a peaceful protest. And as such, I'm just asking people to be vigilant. Even if you are arrested, nothing lasts forever. One day we will emerge victorious. And
Thank you so much.
another thing, people will always come forward to assist. Um, we will take it from there. Families will be well taken care of if ever it happens. We'll make a plan. Who knows? I might even be arrested also. I know people have my back. They will take care of that.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
that's very encouraging for someone who wants to join to say at the end of the day, it is for the motherland, but we will do the best
Mhm,
that we can, like you are saying, to take care of each other.
mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
but some people are saying, why are we asking people in Lotito to come to Harare to protest? They are government offices across the country. Why do we have to bring everyone to Harare? Is it not also going to be a logistical nightmare? And also, are we not making it easy for the state? Because now the state can easily bring all security apparatus from across the country to Harare and just close Harare and it's done. What's your
Yeah,
take? I know you're not the organizer, but I just want to understand your understanding.
yeah, I did ask that question to Comrade Bombshell case. I might not get any response, but I'm sure there is a plan for that. But we know that Harare is the capital city where everything happens. And I've always been vying for devolution of power, that all provinces should be equally treated. And for example, all embassies are found in Harare, the parliament in Harare, the Chongwe house in Harare, everything is happening in Harare, while these other cities are just, marginalized. So Harare is a symbol of power where the current regime has its claws in. So what I'm saying is that let's all meet in Harare. Uh, Even if it's easier for the government to keep protests, I've already urged and pleaded with the police and the army to do the needful. So by God's grace, let's hope everything goes to plan. Those who can will travel from wherever they are to Harare, and we we do the needful, and hope that one day power won't be localized. There will be devolution of power to other places also. That's what we are also protesting for.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Maybe
Mhm.
you, if you were going to be writing a placard with the key demands for the protest, not the demands that we have been told by Comrade Geza, what would your placard look like? Your key demands, your priority issues that you would want the government to address.
Zvigananda ngazviende. I will write it. You will see my placard. Zvigananda ngazvisungwe. Everyone who's corrupt should be jailed. That's my main point. Totangira ipapo. Jail those people who are corrupt, people who are siphoning our funds. You will see my placard.
Thank you so much. We don't want to keep you for too long. We would ask you just to tie down with maybe other risks that I might not have mentioned that you think you are anticipating, and the opportunities that you think are there for the protesters and for Zimbabwe, and then with your parting shots to the people of Zimbabwe.
I'm just saying that we are taking the bull by the horns. As the Gen Z, let's stand up. This is our time to shine. This is our time to remedy this. This is an immediate solution to our problems. On the 17th of October 2025, let's all show up despite of the risks and problems that we might face. Let's remain resolute and courageous to deliver the message that we don't want corruption anymore. We need a better Zimbabwe for everyone.
Well, thank you so much. Before I let you go, earlier on you spoke about videos that you are doing. There are some people who would want maybe to watch some of those videos. Maybe the young people, they are on TikTok and everything. Maybe if you could also leave your social handles, your social media handles, for young people who would also want to follow you and get a better appreciation of the work you are doing and get inspired by you. Maybe if you could just share.
Right. My name is Mazwangenda, and you can find me on X, Twitter. The handle is Mazwangendaba. It's Mama Kakio. Let's link up there so we discuss about the revolution, discuss about the match and everything else that is affecting citizens. I'm not available on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. So it's just X Mazwangendaba. It's Mama Kakio. Looking forward to link up with you. Thank you so much.
It was great having you, and for some time our struggle has been dominated by males, and we are always excited when we see female comrades who are leading from the front. We are so confident in your leadership and the rest of the people who continue to organize for such important events. And there you have it, Zimbabweans. The decision is yours. We have Comrade Mazwangendaba here encouraging you to participate. Vari kuti tinozotangira ipapo kana musi wa17 zvisina kufamba. Thank you so much, Zimbabwe. Thank you, Comrade Mazwangendaba.
Mai,